Man, y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.
Ugh, how'd you like that blast from the past? Yes, it was just like the good old bad days when the Steelers would dink and dunk and wear us down, and then the next thing you know, we can't do anything, and then we're missing tackles, and they're 10 yards down the field and grind the clock out, and those stupid passes to the tight end. And that's a wrap. I was trying to stay excited, trying to stay optimistic, hoping that Jake Browning could pull some kind of miracle off. You never know, huh? Maybe it's a Kurt Warner action, but not exactly. The guy, he did his best job. He wasn't horrible. It just couldn't push the ball down the field, and that turnover really looked to be the difference in the game. That interception he threw that just changed everything. Instead of kind of going up and getting some real momentum and a lead going, we just, intercepted it, and Steelers did their nonsense, crappy Steelers stuff. It's just frustrating. The Steelers, we really have owned them as of late, and if Joe Burrow was playing, we know how this game would be. I mean, the Steelers aren't going to do anything this year, but it is very frustrating. And honestly, if the Bengals want to mail in the season, and their best bet to win right now, in my opinion, is A.J. McCarron. I think he's got more experience than Browning, but if we're just tanking and just want to get Browning experience, then all right, go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter. Either way, we'll end up with a top 10 pick. The question is, are we going to be able to fight the temptation of taking Marvin Harrison Jr., which I don't want to do. He is a tremendous talent, and everyone gets all excited about that, but we really do need a Quentin Nelson dominant interior offensive lineman. That's what we really need. And we got no running game. We got to upgrade our running game, both the offensive line and at running back. Today was a really poor showing. They couldn't run the ball at all. And I think Lou Anarumo will be back next season, because when you're hiring a new coach, you want everyone to be all excited and fired up. I mean, the Bengals are going to be 6-11, 7-10 at best this season, and our defense doesn't look that great right now. We really do need a more playmakers. I'd like to see something in the interior. The defensive line as well, maybe a defensive tackle who can generate a pass rush that we haven't seen really since Geno Atkins. Couldn't write a better script for the Bengals next season, playing in New Orleans. Can you picture Joe Burrow and Chase going back to New Orleans to get their first Super Bowl win? Huh? So this year we're just going to have to take our lump, and hopefully we can screw the Steelers and screw the Browns any which way possible. But yeah, disappointing, boring game, and that's how it's going to be for the rest of the season. Just nothing much to get excited about, and hopefully some of the young guys can develop. I saw Miles Murphy had a sack, which was nice, but other than that, it's rough. And from the Cincinnati Bengals organization standpoint, you couldn't have worse timing after signing Joe Burrow, the biggest contract in team history. And everyone's talked about the Bengals struggling when it comes to revenue and blah, blah, blah. But, so these last few games, not making the playoffs, it really is going to be rough for the team. So I wouldn't expect too many more free T-shirts for a little while, but what are you going to do, man? It's the cost of doing business. So onward and upward next week. This is the worst kind of season you can have, though, where you're sitting there trying to find a reason to watch, and you just want to see something exciting. And it is brutal. Hopefully T. Higgins can come back and he can make a little bit of a difference. And there just was no big plays today. Nothing good and consistent. And Jake Browning really had a problem pushing the ball down the field. And I don't know if that was play calling or limitations from the QB himself. So, and bless Zach Taylor's heart, because he's going to have to try to sell this thing like they're excited. And everybody knows what's going on. Everyone knows the story. Joe Burrow's out, and we're kind of screwed. So it is what it is. All we can do is get ready for the next season. I mean, as a fan. Root, go to the games, have a good time tailgating and all that. We're going to take our lumps. These games are going to suck. Our schedule's brutal. But in the end, there's only going to be one team that hoists that Super Bowl trophy, and the rest will be behind us in the draft. And we already know Joe Burrow is going to come back, which already makes us contenders right off the bat. So hopefully His surgery is on Monday. Hopefully it goes 100% fine, which it will, and back to business. Hopefully next season Joe Burrow's bad luck streak in preseason will end, and we're going to shoot right out of the gate and just dominate the entire season. That's the plan. So Super Bowl is ours next year's Houday Nation. Hang in there. We've battled through this before. So be sure to subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, and I got some TikToks out there too. Just look for Bengals Genius.
Run it up.
Houday. Thanks for watching.
Man, y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.